So,
Okay,
oh, Nina's also there.
give me one more. So, welcome guys to this special edition of the European Town Hall. Just give me a minute. It's September 8th, voting process is round of the corner. A lot of people is new here, doesn't know what is the European Town Hall. So prepare to know more about Catalyst, how it works, and big news in the structure of the European Cardano community. So, welcome again. Welcome to the European Town Hall. We started this amazing project like around 2 months, and we are starting with all our effort, with all our heart, with all our time in this wonderful projects to connect people across Europe and across the world. So, what can be the mantra of Catalyst, please?
Are you sharing your screen?
Please.
Are you sharing your screen? Because
Yes, you can see my screen.
Yeah, should we share the lines as we usually do, or?
Mario, please sell the first line. Yeah, it's in Italian.
Okay, yeah, so benvenuti all'esperimento, and then it's French.
Who here can speak French?
Les choses peuvent.
Quebra? Ricardo in German.
fehlende Dokumentation.
Somebody in Switzerland?
Swedish, I don't know. I guess the closest is Sonia.
Skiljer sig mycket åt mellan olika iterationer.
Nice.
And different overlord and inspire. Our goal, provide a secure and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential de la colaboración humana.
Great.
So guys,
excellent.
We, the European Cardano community, needs to advise that the Queen Elizabeth died today. So we want to send our best wishes to people of United Kingdom and to the royal family. So we are going to have 1 minute of silence to respect the Queen and to respect the members of United Kingdom in our community. So please, 1 minute of silence. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you for show respect. We want to send our best wishes to United Kingdom people, and to the royal family. So our duty as the European community is to announce this. The official announce was 15 minutes ago. We want to send this message of union and respect for United Kingdom citizens. So I need to switch. It's difficult, but I need to switch the motion. So hello, everyone. Well, the last week we was in the Cardano hackathon here in Buenos Aires with IOG. It was a wonderful moment, wonderful event to know people from IOG, to connect, to discuss about technology, education. Here is the Dr. Lars Burges. He's from German, and he's the director of the educational part of Cardano and IOG. So what I want to say here is the importance that has to these face-to-face events, because you can connect, you can share, you can know more the people behind the computer. Yes, Zoom is a good tool to connect, to spread the word, to make networking, but there is nothing like being face-to-face, connecting with people. And this is a topic that we as a team are going to talk and discuss a lot today with the initiative of the change of our structure and the next announcement. We want to thank you for helping us to go to Revloom. Our main goal is to go to Revloom to know more people here, to know more people face-to-face, to connect more, and help and mentor people all across the globe, helping to connect. So today we want to say thank you to all these projects, Swarm, Maze, Snapbrilla, Latam, Cardano, and Tangent, who are helping us to go to United States. The event take place in Denver. We are only away of $300, so we can go. So thank you guys. I want to say that Tangent will have some words to sponsor us and helping us. So Clint.
Hi guys, very happy to be here, my first European town hall, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to sponsor you and the opportunity to make really cool and useful tools for the Cardano community. Right now, me and my developers, we're developing a permissionless farming tool. So farming is actually an important Lego piece in the DeFi ecosystem. And without farming, we won't have any swapping dexes. So we like to create a permissionless farming tool that anyone can use. No barrier to entry, no minimum capital needs to be invested to use it, like say in SundaySwap. And yeah, that's really cool. And I hope I can show you guys more of that in the future. And actually, we're launching a testnet. It's a testnet on mainnet, an incentivized testnet on mainnet this month. So I'll be giving out free tokens to anybody. So I'm going to put my my email in the chat there. And if you guys just send me an email with your Cardano address, then I'll send you some free tokens and you can go use the app and you can start farming and give us some feedback and see how it works for you. So I'd love that. So let me just put my email in the chat. Thank you.
Perfect. And Clint, you can tell me why you decide to support this initiative, to support the European Cardano community?
Yeah, definitely. It's because, you know, Europe is a very important part of the Cardano ecosystem as well. And I'm also European myself from UK. I still consider myself a European. I'm sure one day we will be back in the EU. And obviously, yeah, I want to support you guys and help you to get to Bloom and have a lot of fun there. I think these meetups, etc., are really important for everybody. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the Cardano Summit in Switzerland later this year. So
we are going to try to be there. So I see another sponsor who is help us to go to this event in Snapbrilla. Thank you. They give us the tickets. So they are collaborating with the host of Rare Bloom. So tell us more about this collab, how you help us, why you decide to help the community.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for having me here. This is a little impromptu, but you know, Snapbrilla extremely blessed by the community, and it's one of the best, if not the best, communities to get involved with, and we're just very blessed to be able to partner and support other Cardano projects, just like EU Town Hall and Tangent and Rare Bloom and CNFTCon and so many others, to be able to connect the worlds and make it a little bit smaller. You know, Rare Bloom tickets are about $400 right now. They'll go to 500 at some point. We do have 200 free tickets to Rare Bloom for anyone in the community who wants to go. And not just in the community, bring in a non-Cardano friend, a non-Web3 friend alongside with you, because when they get to meet the Cardano community, you know, they will become Cardano friends very quickly. So our goal is to get as many people in Catalyst on Cardano to become fellow believers. When I went to Consensus and I saw the power and the passion and the energy of Cardano and everyone there, I knew this was the right thing to do. And here we are. So I'm very blessed to be able to do this. Hope to see you all there. Hope to meet everybody, and let me know if you need a ticket. I
really
have a
appreciate
few.
your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nin. Thank you to all the sponsors here to help us in this initiative, to help us to keep growing and connecting. I'm seeing here Lucas Machiavelli from LATAM Cardano community. He also helped us to make this happen. We are only $300 away to the main goal, but we are really, really helping. Lucas, can you talk a little bit and tell how you decide to help us and why?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hi, Lucas. Thank you for being here.
I'm driving right now, so I won't turn on my video camera so I don't promote driving while talking. But yeah, very excited about Red Bloom event. I'm so glad you guys can make it. Yeah, hopefully we can all meet there and connect and chat and take some good pictures.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. We're great to connect and know more about each other. So thank you. I'm going to be in the other topic of discussion. Catalyst voting round started. So prepare, connect to every single event happening now, to every single space to talk about your idea. The European Cardano community decides to make the Idea Fest next week until the voting process is open. So you can get this late exposure and so you can catch some votes. It could be that it make the difference between get founded or not. So keep that in mind. And remember to follow us in all the social media of Cardano community, European Cardano community. We have Discord, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and our shop is open, official merchandise. It's a way to help this community, and with each purchase, some money will be donated to an NGO who Ricardo and their team are going to explain later. And remember that we are going to have a Portuguese space, the hour is wrong, 15 UTC next Friday with Portugal and Brazil. Lucas here is going to represent Portugal. Lucas, do you want to say some words?
I just want to say hi to everyone. I'm very excited to have this session and to start speaking a bit in Portuguese, which for me has been rare. I've only joined the communities for like the past 3 months, and it's been a bit difficult to find Portuguese people in these communities. We find a lot of Brazilian, and I'm very excited to collaborate with them as well. I've been working with Victor Corsino in one of the communities, and it's really healthy to do that. I'm also organizing some resources in English for non-technicals that maybe we could translate and start a spin-off group in Portuguese. And yeah, I think great things are going to come from these sessions.
Awesome. So very related with what did with Lucas and with what did with Davide and Giovanni is that we want to promote decentralization, and we want to promote that people can make local hubs in their country of if they want to make a space in their own language, can come to us and with the idea and tell, hey, I want to do this, or hey, I want to make this local hub. So we open a new role in our Discord server for people who are actively in the European Cardano community, who is going to call country coordinator. The main idea is that this country coordinator has a autonomy, and they can spread the word with for example, the Italian community, and tell us, hey, I want to make this space, I want to make this hub, and you can use the logo, all the support and the infrastructure of the European Cardano community. Is the first time that a community puts in practice something like that. It's experiment. So you know that Catalyst and Cardano, it's all about experimenting and keep doing great stuff and new stuff, so we can see how this work. So if you are active in the community and you want to participate more, or I don't know, we did it with CryptoBag, a Greek space. So if you want to make a space in your own language or local hubs, we can give you the infrastructure, and we are preparing an idea for Fountain. If this everything's go well, we can upgrade this country coordinator thing. But we can start experimenting and see how it works, you know? So this is our huge announcement to decentralize our community, to decentralize the core team, to help people to keep working in their own countries with their own communities, and let's see what we can do. You know, this is an experiment, things may break, but we need to try it. We need to try new things. If they are better or not, let's do it and let's see what happens, you know. And another thing to discuss, we open a survey about a feedback. We want to receive the feedback of the community in what we are doing great, in what we are doing wrong, to know more about your opinions, to know more about how you feel with this community, what we can change, what we are doing great. So we are humans. Sometimes we can make a mistake. So we want to learn about all that, what we are doing, and know what thinks the community about us, you know. And another thing is, to everyone who fill the survey can be selected randomly to win a t-shirt, an official t-shirt from our community. So it's a little gift to motivate people to fill out this survey and explain more. Yes, Ricardo, do you want to say something?
Well, yes, thank you. I just want to really encourage everyone to take the 5 minutes to share your ideas, your feedback with us. Of course, you know, everybody has a different understanding, a different opinion, what a town hall should be like, what the goals of a community should be, etc., etc. And for us, it's important, as Mauro was talking about decentralization, to listen to you, because we feel as a part of this decentralized organization serving the community, and to serve better, the only way we can do it is to learn what you need, what is your current reality, and therefore, we will be really happy if we can get as much feedback as possible. And that was what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Rick. So first of all, we are going to give the word to Ricardo to explain the NGO of Web3 and what you can do with every purchase of the official shop of the European Town Hall, the official NGO of German. And this is an important announcement. Please, Ricardo, change your background of the Zoom, because now you are going to represent Web3, not European Town Hall, and it's with their team here. So this is an initiative, it's not in Catalyst, and it's an initiative in the Web3 world and in Cardano. So Ricardo.
Yeah, I hope my background is now changed.
Yes, it is.
All right, and I hope my computer, my desktop is already sharing. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Luckily, I'm not alone today. So Sonia is also here. Let me just double check that I'm recording in the right way. Speaker. Yeah. So, all right, the Web3 user group. What is it? This is an initiative that we started trying to answer the question, you know, of people that are outside of crypto, outside of Cardano, outside of, let's say, all these new technologies. Yeah? And especially, you know, in people, let's say 30 plus, 40 plus, in the European countries, what I see in most conversations is there is a relatively strong negative image about the crypto world. Yeah. So we try to put ourselves in the shoes of someone, yeah, who is wondering, what is the motivation? What are real life use cases of DLT? Yeah, why should I learn about this? What is the impact of DLT into the environment? Like, everybody reads on the press, Bitcoin is forbidden in China. There are discussions in several European countries. Yeah, so a lot of questions, so I will not go through all of them, but basically our goal is trying to approach this question. So this is where this idea of creating this Web3 user group was born. Yeah. All right. So Sonia, maybe you can help me with this slide.
Yes, sure. Yeah, that was quite a process, but finally we are now successfully registered association. In German, it's eingetragener Verein, and now we can start like our efforts. And the idea behind, as Ricardo mentioned already, is having a safe environment to learn and to promote, and also do international projects with helping people around the world. Yeah, I think especially for Germany, as people are very security oriented, it's super important to get people on board and create an understanding of what it's actually behind. And all that starts, of course, with knowledge, and therefore, yeah, the association is open for anyone. Nevertheless, whatever you work in, or what is your age or language skills, so this should be very open to anyone, and we hope to reach a wide and broad audience with our topics and projects.
Very good. We have actually, I will share something with you. If I go to the Vereinsregister, I want to show something online directly from the Vereinsregister. So there is basically a database in Germany called, it's actually the Handelsregister. So this is the page. This is basically an official page of the German government, Handelsregister here, where you can basically, or anybody can search for an association. For example, if I do the Web3 user group, and I set the search criteria to all of the words contained in this string, and you search for it. Yeah. So you will, or anybody can find the registration of our Web3 user group. So it's similar to a company, but this is a non-profit organization. Therefore, there are several regulations that apply to it. If I go here and click on download, so you can get the official information. So this is the number that was assigned to us by the German government. You see who are the members of the board of this association. You see some things that you should not see, the birth dates, but since it's public information, so I guess it's okay to share it. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight this, as this is the legitimation basically for us operating. Also, there is a check on our books basically that will be conducted once per year as part of the normal processes. So for us, this is our motto, basically: always give without remembering, and always receive without forgetting. And yeah, so going forward, I think, yeah, I will not go through all the slides, maybe to this one. So we're planning to try to onboard as many people that are engaged in traditional associations today. Yeah. So in Germany, for example, it is very common that in every small town you have multiple registered associations supporting, for example, education in Africa, in Latin America. And typically what they will do is they will do a sale, for example, in a Christmas market, or during the springtime, if there is a celebration on the streets on the town, they will be selling drinks or selling something. So we want to help those organizations to reach a new level by engaging also in the social media environment. And yeah, so here you can see some of the ideas we have. Also a bit of merchandise, also a referral program where you know, people that onboard new members also will get some goodies. We are also preparing flyers and posters, for example, to distribute on universities, schools, etc. We also want to not only focus on Cardano, because Cardano is our, let's say, preferred blockchain at the moment, and it will stay like that. But also we want to understand what is happening in other environments, Ethereum, Solana, and see where there are upcoming, let's say, collaborations on the level of interoperability. And so this is basically the Web3 user group. Our goal is to have fun factor 100% as a KPI. We have quite interesting projects also driven by Martin Sos, who is also in the line regarding IoT, so Internet of Things. We're currently working on a beehive project, so where we're bringing, let's say, the Helium network together with Cardano for, let's say, ensuring product traceability for honey. Yeah, we are also preparing an exciting NFT project that we will be showcasing in the upcoming town halls. And yeah, I think one area which we are exploring is how we can merge basically this traditional world non-profit organization with very tight regulations with what is going on in Cardano and Catalyst, etc. So there are some legal questions that are coming up. We are also in contact with people with legal expertise in the team, in the European Cardano, luckily, that are helping us and answering many questions that we have on setting this up. And yeah, so this is our QR code for our Discord server of the Web3 user group. Thank you for sharing the word about us. And if you have ideas where, you know, this real or this kind of traditional nonprofit organization can have synergies with the Web3 space, I'm more than open to your hints, to your feedback. So thank you very much. And yeah, Mauro, I think we can continue with the start.
Thank you, Ricardo. The one thing first, it's very important to found a framework from the Web3 space. So what your teams are doing, it's awesome. We have an arrangement with the European community and Michael company. If with every purchase, we donate something to the NGO of Web3. And from now, exclusively from the European Cardano community, we have the premiere of the series of Catalyst. Thank you to Peter Smelik. This is going to be a series about what Catalyst is to help us to spread in the world. So this is the premiere. I hope you are watching. Let me check that I share sound too. So this is one premiere. Thank you to Peter Smelik, Adafrat for this. Let's see what's happening.
Project Catalyst. This is a very innovative and unique model, decentralized innovation fund, where if you have a solution to a local or global problem, you can share it with the community. And if the community support it, in majority, you can get the funding to bring it to life. And I think that's an amazing, amazing solution that Cardano has opened up to the world.
The idea at the moment is that people will submit proposals into the Catalyst process to say, I've got this idea that I want to execute something. I think it's going to add value to Cardano for these reasons.
And if you have an idea and you understand how this idea is really helpful and the technology could help you, you can just apply. And it's basically like applying, like having your business plan. So in a business plan, you have problem, you solve a problem, then you have a solution, and then you have to show how and why you are the best team to solve this problem. You just write down this, you build your trust with the community, and yeah, you are either funded or not.
Let's say you're living in Malawi and you're seeing that there's immense plastic pollution and waste, and you're thinking to yourself, why is this happening? Why isn't anyone doing anything about it? You yourself have agency, right? You yourself see the problem, but how do you feel empowered and have the resources to solve that problem? Project Catalyst, with its website, with its tech behind, it gives the opportunity to people to enter an ecosystem, a community, to share your ideas with others, people who may be facing the same problem, and then you can develop a team. And then taking that step further from thought to action, you can get the resources and funding if a community supports it.
In a centralized company, you have these kind of limitations, permissions, so these are the rules. Where when I entered in Catalyst, and one of my first conversation was with Felix, and Felix is a founder of Swarm, which is the biggest group within Catalyst, and they do so many great things. And when I asked, like, okay, what are the rules here? What should I do? And he was like, there is no rules. You can do whatever you want. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I had the similar conversation with a couple more people, like with Yoram, who is also, again, now great mentor to our team and very experienced Catalyst member. And I was like, okay, Yoram, what are the rules? What should we do? Like, what is expected? And they was like, there is no rules. Be creative. Do whatever you want. If you want to take a lead, take it. If you want this, show this, show yourself. And the only thing that you have to do is to show up and to show that you care and you believe in this community.
To get into Project Catalyst, if you have an idea, you do need to, of course, take some steps. So you need internet. You need to be able to connect to the platform, the website. All of these public forums where you can speak to people, they're all free. You can go into a public town hall meeting. We use Zoom, Google Meet, and they're weekly. You can speak on Telegram, WhatsApp, social media platforms to engage with each other and share your ideas. And then that's really the catalyst before it really has the ripple effect of bringing you together with the people who want to support you, want to work with you. And that's the first step to more action.
We follow principles and we have values. We don't have boundaries and kind of rules, but we learn. And because it is an experiment, of course, there is so many failures. And of course, it is still in the very beginning. It's just a couple of years. But you have to start from somewhere. There are many challenges. We are trying to solve them piece by piece, challenge by challenge. And I truly believe that one day it will happen, as with all the centralized things. Like, it is the same pattern with everything else before in life.
Project Catalyst, that is the fifth stage of Cardano, is looking at how can we apply governance to the Cardano blockchain. And kind of the main experiment with Catalyst is what is the most effective way that we can start to look at how we can distribute funding that the Treasury has for Cardano. That Treasury is going to build up from transactions in the blockchain, and a percentage of the fees from that will go towards this Treasury. So Catalyst is an experiment. How can we most effectively determine how to distribute that treasury funding so it's going to make the most impact for Cardano and push it forward and take it to the next step to solve those problems that come up in the future. So it's self-sustaining.
Love it.
Yoo-hoo! Well, this was the premier. Thank you to Other Trust and Peter Malik. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Sorry for my computer doesn't play the video so well. It's like the Danny I trust with the best one, Danny in the Global Town Hall, and the mistakes with sharing screen. But thank you to Peter, to Other Trust. we are going to reproduce these episodes fortnightly in our town hall. So we want to thank them. And now, Studio Malacca, our friend of the house, David Lucchesi. Please take the head.
Let me share the screen. Actually, this is the first time I present the project, so yeah, I expect that something may break, as we usually say. My project is sharinglink.org. I'm here with other two team members. There is Marco and Cesare. Marco is the lead technician and will take care of all the technical part regarding stacking pools, etc., while Cesare helps a lot with the development of the software. So ShareLink, it's a fundraising yet documentation platform dedicated to the NGOs that defend human rights and protect the world in which all of us are living. That's shortly what that's about. Before that, I'll say something about myself. As Mauro already mentioned, I'm part of a team of the European Cardano community, but here in this space, I'm presenting as just the main ShareLink proposer and not in behalf of the community. I will always been passionate about everything regarding IT and science. Usually, I always play video games and I love technology since I was a little child. I'm now currently have 25 years of experience, a little more, as a software developer. I'm mostly a system engineer. I'm pretty new to the space. Actually, I'm in Cardano just since a couple of years. Initially, I really got curious. That's quite a funny story, actually. I initially got curious about the name because, of course, it's an Italian name, but I used to ride a Moto Guzzi. And as you probably know, if not, you should look more into motorbikes. And Moto Guzzi are using a Cardano joint instead of a chain for the transmission. So it's literally Cardano in Italian. So that was, oh, maybe there is something, a connection. Then I digged more into it. I found out that it was very founded on science and research, and that's something that I really loved. There are no VC involved, but only studies and peer review. So that's something that I really like immediately. And in my spare time, I'm also a game developer, an indie game developer. I actually publish only one game that is currently on Steam. There is a link there. I will copy it in the chat. And I decided to make it for free now as good fortune for the current country voting process on which ShareLink is participating. A little bit of history. The idea is not really new. I was a volunteer for an organization named Emergency that takes care of building a hospital and giving medical assistance to people that are in zones of wars or under natural disasters. My activity was, I'm not a medic, so my activity was mainly to try to engage with people and get fundraising by selling merchandising and interacting with artists so that they can promote us and the activity we are made. I was a volunteer, and one special event made me thinking about the original idea behind the shared link. So it was in 2006, and we decided to launch a solidarity SMS campaign for a specific project, a cardiac surgery hospital in Sudan that should have been as much quality as possible and providing the best capable cure for free for everybody in Sudan and the 9 countries that are around it. The campaign was successful. We collected enough funds for starting the project. Of course, it was not enough, but for starting was what we were looking for. And the project was successful. And I thought maybe there can be another way to use microtransaction to benefit other NGOs that are doing humanitarian projects. That was too early for Cardano being there, but after this, the same day that Gino Strada, the founder of Emergency, died, there was in the evening surprise AMA on YouTube from Charles, and that enlightened me and made me maybe think that maybe thanks to Cardano there can be a way to achieve that goal. That will be benefit for both the community of Cardano because that will expose us to a broader audience from people that are actually good people that want to make the good for the world, supporting one of those organizations. And also we help the organization trying to give them a different way to collect funds for their activity. As you already guessed, Serlink's primary focus is to provide economic and technological support to the non-governmental organizations that play a fundamental role to defend human rights and protect the world. These are words that are nice to read, but what we want to do is to use a basic feature of Cardano, so the staking reward, and to grow even more the funds that people can collect donating to the organization. So this is something that organizations can use as an additional tool next to what they are currently using. So they need to continue to use the common tools, but also they can access the blockchain now for this activity. So I already mentioned that the idea behind sharing is to replicate the effectiveness of mega transaction to the cryptocurrency world. But then the idea grew a little bit, and it has been a single place to agglomerate more tools that will be developed in the future. The organization, of course, need to support this and communicate with their supporters and promote the presence of ShareLink and their platform. And using Cardano staking operations, we can grow the collected amount after every epoch. Why we chose Cardano? We chose Cardano because because of the motivation that I already expressed about myself. So I like that it was developed with quality in mind, that is follows a scientific approach. I like a lot that it's eco-friendly with the proof of stake. The transaction fees are cheap, are fast. With the staking, you have locking free passive income because your capital grows and you don't have to do nothing. You can always spend your ADA. The community is amazing, and there are possibilities for a lot of synergies. What do I mean with synergies? One of the Cardano main goals is to bank the banked, so providing the necessary technological infrastructure that allow people from developing countries to access financial and government services that are not available in those places. This can facilitate a lot of work of the NGOs that we will support because they are already operating in the same country, and that can enable further synergies, mostly thinking about the future. There are, as I was saying, there was already several active projects in Africa in that direction. The first is the project from Cardano itself to allow registration and tracking of students. World Mobile is a company that will provide internet coverage for a lot of people in a different way. Empower aims to build the eco-sustainability houses and to use the blockchain to empower that. And there is EcoCashew, that's a project to facilitate the commerce of cashew and other kind of fruits that actually are currently are following a route that is pretty strange and not really optimal for them and for who are growing them. How does it work for an organization? An organization can apply with a form that is in the website. They will ask you to provide all information about themselves. We aim to be a decentralized organization in the future. So when the request is received, we will vote, the owners of the token we will release will vote for the inclusion of this organization. So if the majority is reached, now the services are open. We'll deploy a custom portal for organization where they can decide to launch campaigns. They can be, for example, open to any donation or fixed amount of donation for a specific campaign or in general for an organization. The organization itself will create a wallet and we will deploy a stake pool for them. All the collected amount of the stake pool cover apart the expensive fees that we need to cover for deploying the infrastructure. We will give them directly back to the same wallet organization. So they will grow after every epoch for both the staking rewards and the stake operation reward that will draw into the wallet. In the website, there are, yeah.
David, we passed the time.
Oh, already.
So
let's speed up.
No worries. No worries. No worries. You
can
have 4 minutes to end.
Yeah. Yes. So the first, since we have a project on Catalyst and we want to get funded, we don't want to extend our scope too much, and we just want to get successful to start with the project. So we will deploy two main way for donation, so direct donation with the wallet, and the possibility to stake with just one click from the website to the organization with your wallet. As I said, the correct amount will be transferred totally to the organization, and they are free to decide how to use them. In the future, maybe in the future Catalyst round, we want maybe to involve more the organization and their supporters. They often have famous artists that support the organization, so they can maybe decide to gift some of the art pieces to the organization. We can mine them as NFT and sell it directly, or maybe put them as a lottery prize for a lottery. These are just a few ideas that can be developed in the future. What we want to achieve is for the organization to be self-sustainable, and we want to register as an optional non-profit organization developed to this scope. And that's it. This is our temporary website, and please remember to vote for us. So the team is me, Cesare, Ara, that is my future wife. We are going to be married on the 24th of this month, and Marco.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So we are going to have one. Yes, Mario, you raise your hand.
Yeah, no, I just want to say congratulations for Davide for the marriage. And
thank you. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, and I have to leave, guys and girls. Sorry.
Thank you for being here,
please.
Mario. All the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. See
Have
you.
a great time. And
thank you.
Can we talk about the country coordination if you are interested, if you want to host a space in Italian, whatever what you want?
Yes, I think we have to discuss about the time required, because
it's open source. You can dedicate all the time that you want.
Yeah,
you know,
I also don't want to upset people that maybe have the expectations.
Sure, no worries. Our idea is to have a lot of country coordination across each country to decentralize. So,
but I live in UK, so I speak Italian. But,
no worries.
I'm Italian, but I live in UK, so I don't know how much I could bring from Italian. Well, there are lots of Italian in London and Cambridge, but
you can also coordinate the UK community.
Yeah, the Italian that run away from it.
All right.
So
Okay.
we are going to give Marcus some time to present, and we are going to open the discussion about cross-chain collaboration. Goodbye, Mario. It's
Goodbye,
okay,
Mario.
cross-chain is not okay to be open with other blockchains, and kind of things about the coordination country. So Marcus, this is your time. Guys, I need to go. I leave you with the great one, Ricardo, leading this. So have a nice day and see you soon. And remember that we are only $300 away to go to Red Room.
Yeah.
Hope you like this town hall. There is a lot of work in each town hall, so I hope you like it.
Yeah.
See you in the next one, and
see you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, Marcus.
Europe Idea Fest. Yeah.
Give me an idea. You all can vote. Do I present a current story, or do I show the presentation that is online?
Now, prepare your own story. Tell us your own story of your life, why you are here, why you are interested in the Cardano community. Yeah. Cool. And remember, there is a lot of work in each town hall, and we are going to make the next one the Idea Fest, so each project can have a slot to promote it. Now you know what is Catalyst. Now you know the values and philosophy. And we are going to prepare, I think it's going to be the biggest in the whole space, because it's going to be in the middle of the voting process. So wish you the best, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mo.
Bye, Mo.
Okay. Let me see. Good. Yeah. So I just add the link for those who are interested to the video of the last Idea Fest. I hope the writing is now correct, in the correct direction.
Yes,
so
it is.
That. I step aside, you can find on Catalyst. And yeah, so some of you already know it and some of you haven't. So basically, I tell you the story of my last 2 weeks, and they just have confirmed our thesis. And if I hope you don't mind if I get sometimes a bit I don't know what the word is, but it's still emotionally touching for me. We have in our family a disease which is called epidermolysis bullosa simplex, which is also known as butterfly skin. It's genetic. My wife and 3 of our 4 children have it. It's in the softest form, but yet it needs special treatment. For example, for using special plasters. Wrong treatments can lead to severe injuries of the skin with high potential for infections. This is actually what you see. This is the hand of my son. And when he came to hospital 2 weeks ago, roughly, he collapsed, and we didn't know what it is. We just had an idea because I have a friend who has epilepsy, or epilepsis, as you say in English. And the first diagnosis was exactly that. He had to be brought into the hospital with as an emergency. And what happened in there is, I just run down now what went wrong. And the outcome, luckily today, the diagnosis is so far okay. We're pretty happy, to be honest. We still have to wait for another 2 weeks for final results, but so far the diagnosis is okay. He had 1 brain infection, and you can have up to 5 infections in your brain until it's getting really severe and damaging. So far we're good. So I'm speaking of those plasters first. So they have had those plasters, and we described those plasters as well. They didn't know that they had them. We just accidentally found out because the drawer was open. And I said, these are those plasters. We're talking about these plasters for an hour now. And you tell them you don't have them. Oh, right, we didn't know, right? Might be that it's just a financial aspect because they're pretty expensive, but hey, they're there, okay? Then another thing was the discharge from the hospital and the return. It took roughly 4 to 8 hours just to receive the papers to get out of the hospital. When we returned for the MRI scan, the assistant had to open an entirely new case. And it had to ask all the questions again and again and again, despite us being just 1 day before with the doctor in the hospital, preparing everything for the MRI, literally everything. And we were told, come in at 7 and you'll be the first to get the MRI at 8 o'clock. The MRI happened at 1:45. Tell an infant of 1.5 years to not eat for 8 hours straight. How do you do that, right? It's been a nightmare for the little one, especially. And then I forgot to mention, the first MRI was actually set up to be a week prior, and they messed it up already. Okay, and he was marked as an emergency. So that was a special situation for us. So what we derived from that was the following problems: structural problems, communication, documentation, then the handovers did not properly work, and the inventory was not properly set up. So it took about, in all, it took about 2 weeks to get a result. That still needs final confirmation. as I said, we're mostly above the hill, so that's we're positive. And we are in a very, very, very developed country. We're in Germany, and I don't even want to imagine how this runs down in less developed healthcare systems. I don't even want to. And I think it was today or yesterday when Charles Hoskinson had this short YouTube video where he was talking about the medics in the US, and he said, yeah, he's one of the richest guys on earth, and even he can't get a proper treatment in the US. He also doesn't want to imagine how it is for people who cannot afford proper treatment. So how does this tie to digital midwifery? If documented well, or better than the current medical system allows it, then some of those injuries could have been prevented, right? There were other cases as well, sitting with us in the rooms. Communication from staff to patient would have been more efficient. Handover and inventory could run seamless, and patient beds would be freed up faster, right? I know in the German healthcare system, they get paid for the beds, but we have emergencies. And it would relieve the staff. And midwives already start documentation at the roots of life. So we can improve, if we can improve their partaking and their effective administrative efficiency, we could set the foundation for better healthcare systems. Think of electronic healthcare, health records, DIDs, and SSI. Yet the world is short of midwives, despite the passion those women bring into their job. They are not getting staff back up from newly ads because the young people understand what it is to be a midwife today. They are quitting, they are burning out. For example, in Portugal, or in Germany, we had last year a birth clinic getting closed for 2 days because one of the midwives was ill. Right, that's the situation, and that's in Germany. In Portugal, we have a hospital where the whole birthing station is currently closed, and the Minister of Health, I think, he currently blames it not on their policy, but on immigrants coming in because they're filling up all the stations, right? So that's causing a whole different problem on the other end as well. They are generally underpaid. In some countries, they just get raped on their way to the patient, right? They need protection somehow. Their status of importance gets suppressed by administration, and the list goes on like that. And just apply the aforementioned to the different countries and the general socio-political economic situation. So to us, it's obvious that midwives do not have voice, nor the technological support they deserve. And that's what we want to change. And I'm not saying here that there aren't strong and brilliant voices in the midwifery system. There are actually really brilliant women in the ecosystem and also men. In Germany, we have 2 male midwives. In other countries, we have a lot more. But we believe if we can provide the technology for a midwifery DAO, basically at the end, then their potential can only grow. And with our proposal, we want to set the foundation to be able to build that. Why did we choose Cardano? Because the scientific approaches have shown good preparation for the estimated regulations to come. We have non-custodial delegation that allows staking without SPOs being a financial institution. It's technically relatively easy to become an SPO, a stake pool operator. Ouroboros preserves decentralization more effective than POS and delegated POS. Sidechains and Hydra allow complex but scalable data structures. And Emergo, and that's what most people, I think, don't know when they think about Cardano, invests in great collaboration partners. Think of Partisia blockchain and the Nervous Network, right? Our Tyler Prism team is active, and with Tony Rose, they have a pretty unique person. Yeah, that's about it. We currently work. We have conducted interviews across the world, and we still need more, obviously. It's on an ongoing process. We have Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada, Finland, Germany, Malta, Russia, Spain, and the US. And those interviews and the reports of the World Health Organization helped us to identify the areas that we need to work on. We are working on researching on this since over 2 years now, but we still need more data. We have a pile of data that we're working on, but it's a lot. We meet once about once a month with our advisors, sometimes more if needed. And we also have midwives already waiting for us to deploy the app. The KPIs are obviously in the beginning sign-ups, then we work with the birth statistics and the issues that are solved around pregnancy. All in all, if you visit our website, we are in the works, as you can see, but we have counters and they reset at midnight. So the numbers that you see on the website are the statistical numbers that are counting for the days: birth, stillbirths, and dying mothers. So I think if you get in at 11 o'clock at night, you'll be quite surprised how high the numbers are. Consider voting for us. Thank you for the time. The title is somewhere here. Thank you. You're on mute, Ricardo.
Sorry, Marcus, maybe you can quickly show the page where you have the team of your initiative on the website. I was really impressed about the diversity of the team, and just for the participants to get an impression of what you guys are doing.
1 second.
And thank you for the openness and speaking about such a difficult situation in your private life as well. Yeah. But this shows, also the commitment, and also, that what you're doing for a purpose, right? And that the situation. Yeah.
I can share the link at first, and you need to allow screen sharing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here. Yes. Now you should be able to share.
Oh, yes. And then share. You see this?
Yeah.
So that's my wife and I. Then we have Marta, who's created a lot of NFTs around this for the governance process that we have. We will distribute also founder NFTs, but that's still in the working. Then we have Mirella, who's doing the research, and we have Alex in the design. But he's an intern. He's working with us on and off currently. If we get the funding, then we consider working with him closely. We have Kati, who was the midwife who helped us with 3 kids of our 4 kids to get to life. And we saw her issues with the whole thing, and then we saw our issues, and so we put it all together. Torsten, he's on a research group with me, or I'm on the research group with him, basically. He's a hospital manager with a pretty good track record. And Yosha, he's a gynecologist and obstetrics. He's very active and very forward-thinking in what he does. We need to update this actually. We have some more midwives already that are working with us. So we want to add as many midwives as we can, and obviously also obstetricians and everybody who is involved into the reproductive birth process. Also, if you know doulas, send them along our way. They get free tokens when they sign up and when they work with us, regardless. So they just need to be verified, because we want to also help to incentivize them financially in the end. So make them independent so that they are not being able to suppress anymore. In the end, how is the business model? It's going to be a kind of a marketplace. So they will pay a small fee to us, but they will be eligible to or able to get money from the mothers and the pregnant as well, which we already have as a foundation in every country. But we have one big difference here. We try to leverage wealth. So the prestige countries like Germany, they will accumulate a part of this money, and being able to use that extra money to pay for the other midwives in less developed countries. In that way, we hope that we can improve their communication and documentation process. So that's the basic idea. And at a certain point, we want to hand it over totally to the community, so that we as developers basically just try to give advice or hand it over to another developer community. So because I think there are smarter people than I am out there, especially in coding as well. I think projects like these, if we can get it off the ground, they definitely should survive us. I mean, like, I could be driven over by a bus tomorrow, and then a project like this shouldn't die. That's just how it is. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marcus, for your presentation, for sharing this story with us. Are there any questions from the participants on this initiative?
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a question for Marcus. Awesome preso. I didn't know your personal story when we met earlier. So thanks for sharing. What is the biggest challenge for you guys for the digital assisted midwifery?
That's a good question. It's actually the established structures. The midwives are open for the process, and the Corona situation was actually in our favor. Before that, a lot of midwives were like, no, we don't want digitalization at all. Now we still have midwives that say, I don't need a doctor. I can do everything by myself. So the groups of midwives are pretty much split up between them. Some of them say we want to work with a doctor, and some of them say we don't want to work with a doctor. That's the biggest challenge that we see, because we want to unite them, but midwives still say, hey guys, there's doulas, and this is the enemy. That's the first enemy they want to fight, and that's something that we need to break up. Does this answer your question?
Yeah.
Just a follow-up question if nobody else has a question.
Go ahead.
How do you guys go about addressing those challenges, or potentially addressing those challenges?
We work with an app that we built, and at first we create awareness with that what we do, that what we propose, and then we work with an app that should solve those problems. We have created processes for that. We have verified them with the midwives and with the mothers, because they all need to apply, and also with the doctors. We have a lot of competition currently in Germany around this, so that's why I don't put everything into public, because we still need to keep some of the advantages that we have gained by our research.
Thank you, Marcus. Nin, do you have further questions?
Clint had a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering, how long have you been working on this app for now, and then how do you find the uptake in the hospitals? Do they the midwives, do they want to use that app? Are they interested in using the app? And have you thought about doing a course to help train them to use that app?
Very good question. We have been working on the app concept for about 2 years now. That's the research part. Now we are building it. So we are pre-product, if you want to say so. I actually initiated the building development process a bit ahead of time. So actually, I wanted to start yesterday, but then we still went out of the hospital. But I think with all things, I think I can start right about this weekend. With the hospitals in Germany and with other countries, this is actually a fun thing because every hospital is using a different API. So we have a situation that is actually not cool. It's exactly that what decentralization is about, and putting everything together, but being separated and not having data silos. That's exactly what we have currently. And there are a lot of initiatives also in the US to break this up. But what is happening currently is everybody is still brewing his or her own soup. I don't know if you know that expression. We have that in Germany. And this is not what we want. We want to create an open standard. We don't want to, maybe this is a stupid thought, but I think we shouldn't earn money on giving the data to the hospitals. At the end, the woman should be in possession of the data, right? In our case, what we had, if we would have had the data on our mobile phone, we could have gone to the hospital management and said, or to the nurses and say, here, this is the data. I click, you have it. And why at this moment should be there a high fee, right? This can be a low transmission, but I have to admit this still might need to be a working because I don't know where Cardano fees are going today. So yeah, but in general, another way to do this would be with an RFID, right? With a QR code. Then we don't need transaction fees for that, right? Requesting the blockchain at the end is free, and if the QR code transmits the data, the necessary data, why not? And I'm questioning myself, why don't they use JSON formats, right? Yeah, I don't know. But if you have anything to add, I'm so happy about every concern that you see with that, because I had a discussion with a very high value other stake operator one day, and he said, this is a terrible idea, right? He said, it's a nightmare to put private data on a blockchain. I said, yeah, we don't want to put the private data on the blockchain, right? We want to create a side chain that is a private data, but we can create side chains between the mobile phones, right? And they can be sharing. And then you say, yeah, well, you can create a database that is immutable, but hey, you can change the database, right? Then we could go back to Ethereum, sorry. I'm not a maxi, but this is something that stings to me.
All right. Thank you very much, Marcus, for presenting. Maybe related to this a little bit is because you were speaking about NFTs and issuance, etc., and also about data protection, you know, GDPR, all those stuff. I just wanted to share with the community that one of our members, Isat, she's a lawyer and she's doing her PhD related to blockchain technology, etc. She has been invited to Oxford University, I understand, to a conference where she will be speaking on the 27th during midday. And she is going to have some content related to legal accounting and taxation challenges related to NFT issuance. So I have copied the link to the chat. And speaking of the devil, Iset just joined now. So Iset, if you can hear me, I was just now presenting or copying into the chat your information about the conference where you will be speaking. So if you want, if you can, maybe you can share some information about the conference and about your topic during the conference.
Now?
If possible.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm late. I was tucking my kids in bed. My name is Izzat Begum Rajan. As you know, I have put forward a project in Cardano Fund 9 Catalyst called Imani Web3 portal, if I'm not mistaken. It's basically the idea, it's a one-stop shop for legal, tax, financial, strategic services to all of you, but above and beyond to anybody operating a Web3 related company. The reason why Ricardo gave me so kindly the floor is to tell you that I was accepted by Oxford University to take the floor on 27th of September during the Oxford Blockchain Art and Technology Conference happening from the 26th to the 28th of September. You can register for online attendance. Apparently, most of the talks are going to be broadcast online. My topic is choice of governing law and other legal, accounting, and tax challenges related to NFT issuance. So stay tuned. I hope to see you, some of you in the crowd physically at Oxford University. It's at Magdalen College or online. Hit me before on Twitter or after on LinkedIn, whatever you feel comfortable with, and I'll be happy to answer questions or help you or just say hi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing this information with us. I already told it, I think, once or twice, but I will tell it one last time to everyone. You're invited to share your feedback with us. We really want to grow by listening to you guys and to understand what drives you, what motivates you to spend the time and be with us during this late hours in Europe after a long day of work. So normally we do it on Thursday. So we want to make sure that we are doing the right stuff for the majority of you. So please spend the 5 minutes, fill in the form for the feedback, the customer satisfaction or membership satisfaction survey that we have posted in the chat. That will really make us very happy, because we know that we are on the right track and we will listen to you. That is basically my final statement. But if there is someone else that would like to share something more with us, just go ahead, raise your hand. And maybe we can spend 5 more minutes, and otherwise we can already close. Very good. Looks like everybody's tired. Okay, guys, then thank you so much. We are planning something exciting for next week, Thursday, actually, because the voting is still ongoing. We're going to share this information tomorrow with you all, and stay tuned. Thank you for being with us, and have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.